Hi everyone, this is Lady Gaga. I am the founder of Haus Labs and I'm so excited to be here with you today. I wanted to show you a short makeup routine that I do every single day, and I do it using only one brush. This brush has two ends, one that's compacted and one that's more of a dome, and I'm gonna show you how to do your full face of makeup using just this one multi-purpose brush. Since launching Haus Labs, I've been able to really learn a lot about not just how people are using makeup and skincare products, but also how products are made. And that's been really exciting. So one of my core goals at the company is to develop innovative and high-performing products that are meaningfully better than anything else you can find on the shelf. And with our foundation, I really feel like we did that. And we've also done it without using many of the harmful additives and chemicals that unclean brands use every single day. So this is our foundation. This is the Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. Our secret ingredient, which is not so secret, is fermented arnica, which is 860% more potent than regular arnica. It's fermented in the lab, and this ingredient is super special. It was inspired by my own issues with redness on my face, and I have worn so much makeup for so many years, mostly on stage, but also off stage as well, and makeup really wrecked my skin. So something that's really special about our foundation is that it is 70% skincare. And I know we hear sometimes that foundations have a couple good ingredients in them. The truth is, a lot of foundations just use a very, very little bit, and it's not very active on the skin at all. So I'm gonna start by using this compacted side of the brush. And I'm just going to dip it into the foundation and start applying it right on my face. You can see immediately that it starts neutralizing the redness, but what's really special about it is it's not just neutralizing the redness with pigment, it's also neutralizing for real. The fermented arnica that's in the foundation is treating my skin all the time while I'm wearing it. Getting the texture and the spreadability of our foundation was really, really important to me. Usually companies use petroleum-based products as emulsifiers to stabilize the mix and the ingredients to keep a uniform texture. You might have heard of PEGs before, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. The problem with PEGs is it's the same as petroleum, and petroleum products can be very irritating to the skin and can be really rough on sensitive skin, which many of us have. You can see instantly this foundation, it just glides on so super softly. I many times don't do any skincare before I put this on because it's extremely hydrating. I don't need moisturizer, I don't need serum. I can just go directly on with this product, and it's great because you're actually allowing the fermented arnica that's in the foundation to go directly onto the skin. Something that was really important to me while developing this foundation was making sure that whoever you were, you could go to our gondola or go to our website and find the perfect shade for you. And there's lots of debates about, how many shades are needed to be available to everyone and to be truly inclusive. For us, it was so important that we had 51 shades, and I'm gonna tell you why. Within 51 shades, there are 6 shade families, and within those 6 shade families, there is a true balance. There are warm, neutral, and cool tones for everyone. Another thing that's really special about this validation process was we tested and researched our makeup on real people, and real people coming in and trying our foundation, telling us how it made them feel, making sure that the shades were developed perfectly for them. That was something that was really, really important to me. One of the questions I get asked is, how do I choose the foundation that's right for me? And I think there's a lot of ways to answer that question because everybody's so different, but I would say definitely for me that when you go into a store or you're going online to shop for a foundation, the first thing that you should ask for is, what are your clean foundations? And the reason I say that is because even though Haus Labs is special, that our foundation has 70% skincare, what also makes it extra special is that it is also clean. Many foundations often contain trace amounts of carcinogens and other chemicals that can be really, really harmful to your skin. And at Haus Labs, we don't think that you should have to sacrifice your skin in order to have beautiful makeup. It's sweat-proof, it's long wear, humidity-proof. And something that's fantastic about our foundation is it's great for people that have acne. It will help with redness. It's non-comedogenic, which means that it doesn't also clog your pores and it doesn't create acne, and that's clinically tested. So now I've blended with the dome side of the brush, and now we are going to talk about concealer. Next, I want to show you our Triclone Skin Tech Concealer, which is the sister concealer to our Triclone Skin Tech Foundation. And I love this so much because it conceals, it blurs, and it also treats the under eyes and depuffs them. So if you use this for 2 weeks, it will depuff under the eyes using a biotech caffeine. And this is also packed with our fermented arnica, and this comes in 31 shades. And in each of the shade families, they come in rosy, golden, peach, and neutral. So you can find the concealer that's perfect for you. Something that's also special about being in Sephora as well as having our website is you can go into Sephora and you can ask them to shade match you for the foundation or the concealer, or you can go on houselabs.com and we have a great shade finder so you can find the perfect color for you. So what I do then is I take my concealer and I start under the eyes, and many people use dots, but I really love the shape of this doe foot, and it's very, very bendy. It contours perfectly all over the face, and it makes application a much more enjoyable process. I don't like it when doe foots hurt under the eyes. So I take that and I just really softly put it under the eye, just like in a half moon. I do that on both sides just because it really covers for me, and I have very puffy under eyes, so I really need it. Then I sculpt at the chin, sculpt at the height of the cheekbone, brighten in the center of the face, and down the center of the nose. And then I again, with the same brush, the compacted side, just blend it in. And if you want to, you don't even have to use foundation at all. I all the time wear this concealer just completely on its own. So we did a lot of tests for our concealer, and it was found that immediately after use, the hydration was boosted by 26%. And 100% of people saw increased hydration after wearing it all day. You can see that even just with this one brush, I was able to get a beautiful blended look onto the skin, medium buildable coverage foundation and concealer. And the concealer is definitely brightening, but I also like it because it just has that like beautiful hydrating quality, and I'm not a big fan of brightening, meaning that it looks dry under the eyes. Now I've done all my foundation and all my concealer. I feel totally ready to go. Another fun fact about our foundation and concealer is you absolutely can sleep in it, and I know that that sounds outrageous, but I do it all the time. And so I'm gonna use a product now that is a little bit of a secret. So I'm gonna do this off camera and I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back from using the secret product. Can you guess what I used? It's I'm just kidding. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with some blush. And even for an everyday look, I'll sometimes use 2 blushes. You absolutely don't have to. But a look that I've been really liking is a more kind of glass skin look. I start that glassy process first by putting some extra pigment with blush underneath. So today I'm going to be using Hibiscus Haze, and I will use this side of the brush, the dome side, to start applying to the cheeks. This is Hibiscus Haze. Something that I really love about this brush too is even though it's a little bit stiffer, it's still very, very bendy, and it deposits the perfect amount of color, whether it's foundation or it's blush. So I always put a little bit of the blush also on my brow bone. And my mom used to do this when I was little. A little all over, just to give myself a little bit of a flush, healthy. I'm going to go in now with Rosette. Actually, I love to mix Hibiscus Haze and Rosette. I just think it's a really beautiful combination. And this is our Glassy Blush Balm. This has an amazing goji berry complex in it. This deeply hydrates the skin. This increases the hydration in your skin by 62%, so it gives like a plumping effect on the cheeks, makes them super glossy, super hydrated, and it also has fermented arnica in it, so you're also treating the redness on the skin at the same time. So what I do for this is I take the brush and I just go directly onto the top of the stick and then put a little on my hand and then go right in. I love to do it this way because I want the pigment and the payoff, which this definitely has, but I also want it to be super glassy. Okay, so now I have those super plump and glossy cheeks, which I love so much, and I'm gonna add another product now that's also a little bit of a secret, but it's a very, very special highlighter that is extremely hydrating. It is not a powder, and it adds the perfect amount of highlight to the cheek while adding a ton of hydration, and also it avoids any patchiness or texture on the skin that often happens when using a highlighter. So now to complete my glassy look on my face, I'm actually going to use the Rosette Glassy Blush Balm on my lips as well. I'm gonna line my lips first. I have so many Haus Labs 1.0 lip liners that I have kept in stock, so I'm just gonna use one of those. There we go. Closing all my things up here. And I'm just gonna finish off with some eyeliner and some mascara. So this is our clear cut liquid eyeliner. It has a brush tip. You have to store it flat, which is very important. It keeps the flow through of the formula. But also what I love about it is this is entirely carbon black free. So if you are wearing any makeup product that is super, super pigmented and black, it almost always contains carbon black in it. And carbon black is a known carcinogen. So we removed that, and this is a very unique and rare formula. We wanted you to have an eyeliner that was safe for your eyes. It has a super fine tip, and it's perfect for the everyday eyeliner. The way that I do my eyeliner is I actually start in the middle where my pupil is. I know a lot of people like their wingtip a little bit further back, but I find that when I start it in the middle, it really pulls out the whole eye. So I start right at the pupil, and then I go straight out, just like that. And then I go to the corner of my eye where the two lashes meet, and I just connect. Right there. Did you see how easy that was? And then I just fill it in. So don't forget to shake your eyeliner before using it. Here's the one side, and I'm gonna do the other. We know I like eyeliner, so there's a lot of it. And then after I do that, if I want to, I'll go into the corner. So the last step of the day is going to be lashes. Any suggestions? I hope you like my makeup. Thank you so much, everyone, for coming here today to get ready with me. I hope you enjoyed learning how to do a full face of makeup with just this one brush. I appreciate you all so much. It's really a deeply meaningful experience to be able to connect with you in so many different ways over so many different kinds of artistry.